Hi guys, and very good day everybody. So what we prepare is ACACIA Landscape Consultant Company. So first, this are our name that create this video to share little bit knowledge to you all. Let's move to next slide. This is the content we provide to make it easier for you all to understand about this company's flow in making accurate estimates and budgets. First is the introduction. We will tell you about the purpose, why it is important, and the company's values and commitments. Now let's start with the purpose. At ACACIA Landscape Consultants, estimates and budgets help ensure that each project is well planned, cost-effective, and in line with client expectations. Accurate cost planning is essential to achieving high-quality landscape design and successful project delivery. The second is why it matters. In residential and commercial landscaping, estimates and budgets guide clients in making informed decisions. They provide a clear overview of costs, ensuring the project remains within financial limits. LAT is values and commitment. ACACIA combines creativity with financial responsibility. Each landscape is designed to be visually appealing, environmentally sustainable, respectful of nature.
We move to the description of the project. For the scope, they require to landscaping for 10 housing units, including hardscape and softscape components. Their vision is to be a sustainable, beautiful and functional green space landscape according to customer requests. For that mission, they want to create a client-centric and eco-friendly design. And to maintain the objective, they provide premium landscape designs and stay within the budget of Rm 300,000 ringgit Malaysia and ensure the safety and quality of the landscape is guaranteed. These are techniques that used to estimate project cost. First, quantity takeoff that used to calculate exact quantities of materials and labor from drawings, then multiply by unit price. Example: how many lights, how much turf? Second is unit cost estimating. It used to fixed prices for repeated tasks, like Rm 3,500 per gazebo. Good for planting, paving, etc. Third, parametric and analogous estimating. Both methods use past project data to estimate cost. Parametric uses size or quantity. Example: 1 unit equal to 30,000 ringgit and for 10 units equal to 300,000 ringgit. For analogous, it compares similar past projects when full details are not available. These are useful in the early planning stage. Next is lump sum estimating. We set one total price for the whole project. Best when scope is clear and fixed. 5 is 3-point estimating. They estimate cost using 3 cases. First is best case, cheap. Second is most likely. Last, worst case, expensive. It helps plan for risk. And the last is expert judgment. ACACIA use the experience of professionals like project managers and architects to make smart cost estimates. These are the breakdown structure that used to divide the project into smaller tasks and helps organize tasks clearly and assign responsibilities. My friends will list the activities in the landscape project. First, site preparation. 2. Earthwork. 3. Hardscape construction. 4. Lighting and electrical works. 5. Irrigation system. 6. Softscape components. 7. Final touch-up and cleaning. And last, final inspection and handover.
Now let's move to the cost. Each house unit for hardscape components will spend as much as 15,600 ringgit. It includes gazebo, concrete walkways, drainage system, lighting, stepping stones and concrete edging. Next is the softscape component. It includes land preparation, grass installation, planting trees, shrubs and manual irrigation. It costs 5,160 ringgit per house unit. For labor and professional services, it includes site labor, project manager, landscape architect and drafter, site supervisor, logistics and final report documentation. All these costs for one house unit are 6,000 ringgit. For miscellaneous and contingency, they spend 3,240 ringgit for 1 unit house. And the total for 10 unit house that include all tasks is 300,000 ringgit Malaysia for project landscaping. This timeline shows the duration of the landscaping project. It will be completed in 8 weeks. It will take from January 2nd to February 26th to complete this project. Risk assessment and mitigation show the level of risk that occur in project landscaping. The green means low risk, yellow means moderate risk, and the red is too high risk. Risk of plant disease, employee injury and weather damage is the lowest risk in the risk level, which is green. And the risk of payment delays and cash flow problems is a medium risk level due to the influence of the short project duration. This project does not have high risk because it is a medium project. This is about what method that used to develop a project budget. First, they used WBS to break the project into smaller tasks like site preparation, hardscape, softscape, and lighting to making the work more organized and responsibilities clearer. Second is, resource planning involves identifying the required manpower, tools and materials, assigning tasks based on skill, and scheduling deliveries to avoid delays. The goal is to ensure everything is available when needed and used efficiently. Next is contingency planning. It prepares for risks such as weather or delivery delays. It also sets aside backup and supplier funds. The last is to use documentation and assumptions to destroy project records, and to make assumptions about site access, material availability, and customer cooperation. So why use this method is all about avoiding confusion and supporting a smooth decision-making process. This is suggestion for best practice for project cost management. First is prepare a through cost estimate. A detailed cost estimate is prepared using real market prices, including hidden costs like permits and transport, to ensure all expenses are covered. Second is clear scope planning. A detailed scope of work is prepared using a bill of quantities to clearly plan tasks like planting and paving, helping to avoid confusion, control costs, and reduce the risk of delays. Third is effective communication. Regular meetings ensure cost changes or issues are addressed early to prevent bigger problems. Fourth is periodic cost monitoring and control. Weekly reports in EVM are used to monitor progress, budget and timeline, with regular checks on invoices and documents to maintain cost control. 5 is cost risk management. Cost risks like price changes and weather are identified early, with a 5 to 10% contingency fund prepared to manage them. This time to show you the strategies they use for monitoring and controlling project cost. First is create a cost management plan. It is created to track, report, and analyze expenses using tools like spreadsheets, clear team roles, and weekly cost updates. Second is change management process. Any changes in project scope require a formal request. The team assesses the impact on cost and timeline, and no changes are approved without official approval, especially if it exceeds 5% of the budget. Third is regular cost reviews. Regular cost reviews, bi-weekly or monthly, compare actual spending with the budget, helping detect overruns early. Reports are shared with the client for transparency. Next is approval for budget variance. If any cost exceeds the budget by over 5%, the team must report the reason and get approval before proceeding. This ensures strong financial control and accountability. 5. Analyze cost trends. The team analyzes cost trends to spot areas that often exceed the budget, helping identify problems and improve future planning. Last is internal audits. Internal audits are carried out by the audit team or a third party to ensure cost tracking and approval processes work well. Results are shared with management for review. Conclusion: accurate cost estimation and strong budget control are key to the success of ACACIA's landscape projects. Through proper planning, risk management and cost monitoring, the project stays on budget, meets client expectations, and supports sustainable, high-quality results.
The presentation is over. We end with thank you for listening.